This is the Business Storytelling Show with Christoph Trapp. Name a top 20 storytelling podcast and a top 5% podcast globally. Christoph chats with thought leaders and experts to share tips and tricks that can help you tell your company's stories better to drive business results. Available wherever you listen to podcasts, live streamed on major social media channels, and part of the DB&A television network, available on most U.S. television sets and streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire. Here's Christoph with today's episode. Let's go.
How's it going, everyone? Business storytellers, Christoph Trapp here. Bonus episode on deck. Let's call it a book review. Let's call it a topic we need to address quickly. It is a bonus episode, so we're not going to be going the full 26 minutes, but I do think it's important to talk about what in the world is voice marketing. Let me say it loudly and clearly. Haha. That is actually an important thing when it comes to voice marketing, right? Everything is through the voice. People are talking to their devices, people are talking to their web browsers, and instead of typing or instead of doing anything like that, they just use their voice. And of course, you want to show up in search. You want to create voice experiences, is what they call this strategy in the book. You want to create these voice experiences that people, consumers, the people you want to sell your product to, go through and that they experience. So, this is another level of customer experience, consumer experience. We of course have the website experience, we have the in-store experience, we have the e-commerce experience, the customer experience, all those different things. And now we also have the voice experience. So if I'm trying to get any of my devices to do something that's specific to your brand, you want to make sure that you show up, that your brand gets said out loud, so to speak, by whatever device you're on. The other thing that I found very interesting in this book is just the breadth of information. And you know what? It is probably going to be hard to start with everything, but that's why you need to have an integrated strategy, and voice marketing becomes part of that. That's just my own editorial comment that I think is important to mention. But in the book, they talk about everything from diversity to what will AI do? Artificial intelligence. What will AI, artificial intelligence, do for voice marketing as we move forward? Certainly, there will be algorithms. Certainly, that will continue to evolve. So we need to figure out, what do we do as a brand? The other big topic that I think is really important to just mention on this quick episode here is audio branding. I did have a previous episode on that. And we did talk about audio branding. Maybe we had a couple episodes actually, but that's another one of those topics that's very easy to overlook. In fact, sometimes when I'm running around, I'm going, oh, I've heard about this content strategy and they never did it, but they wrote it very nicely. For example, I can't say that I can say that about audio branding. I'm not sure I've read too many documents where brands have said, this is our audio branding strategy. Here's why it's important. Here's how our brand sounds when it comes to audio. I've heard plenty of brands say, this is how our brand sounds in the written word. Here's how our tone gets portrayed, through copywriting and whatnot. So this is actually how the brand sounds, how it shows up. Of course, many brands do that. But I'm just saying, in my little world, it doesn't come up quite as often as, the traditional, how do we sound in the written word, in ads, in blog posts, on the website, that kind of thing. But all those things are really important as you're starting out. And the time really, truly is right now. I mean, the voice revolution, let's call it that, has really taken off. I mean, I can sit right here and I can talk to my computer, right? Please do this, please do that, et cetera, et cetera. Some people do that to their smart speaker. You can do it to your watch. There's different types of devices out there. And this authorship team really does a very nice job kind of walking us through all these use cases, because It's not as easy as saying, well, somebody goes to Google, they search, and then they end up on your article because your article has the best information. That's not how it works in voice marketing necessarily. There's a number of different use cases, and that's sometimes device specific. So I highly recommend this book. I would recommend to pre-order it. You can just really go over here and scan that code, and it takes you right over to Amazon to order your pre-copy, to pre-order right now, for your copy to arrive when it actually comes out. But for now, voice marketing, it's something you want to think about. And really, my definition of voice marketing is, how does your brand show up in a world where voice is the preferred method of talking to the machines? So check it out, available on Amazon for pre-order.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Please rate and review our show on your favorite podcast channels. And don't forget to share this episode with your networks. We appreciate you. Until next time, let the best stories win.